Hi, everyone. Ron Crider here, June the 2nd, Tuesday, day 78. Stay safe at home here at Victoria in Vero Beach. Now with expanded COVID-19 coverage. Please push the like button if you like this video. Push, push, push. I'll remind you at the end in case you forget, but you could push it now. We sure would appreciate it. Shoutouts today to Claire G., Diane, Flynn up in New Jersey. Hi, Diane. When are you coming down? I'd like to see you come down. Come down and see your mom. Heather, Richard, Rhonda, Dykal, and Marsha at our front gate. So shout outs to you guys. Thank you very much for watching me occasionally. That's very nice of you to do so. Here in the state of Florida, we give you the weather report for the Treasure Coast. I can't give the weather report for the whole state, so let's just go with the Treasure Coast. Thunderstorms likely, high 81 degrees today. For you boaters, winds are east at 15 miles per hour to 25 miles per hour. The chance of rain today on the Treasure Coast is about 90%. And then tonight, scattered showers and thunderstorms, low around 75. For boaters, again, east winds at 10 to 15 miles per hour, chance of rain about 50%. COVID-19 brings a multitude of changes to Florida's hurricane safety plans. Everything is going to change. Some of the biggest differences will be coming to shelters. Following the Center for Disease Control and Prevention guidelines, the state will limit capacity to 50 people in one place. Personal protective equipment and temperature checks will be used to prevent the spread of the COVID-19 virus. Florida has also started enlisting hotels to ensure social distancing. More than 200 have signed on to date through the app administered by the Division of Emergency Management. When it comes to evacuations, Florida will now encourage some to shelter in place as opposed to leaving their homes behind. It will depend largely on if a person's house is strong enough and outside the surge zone. Since the beginning of March, 10,231 people have severe cases of the virus and have required hospitalization. The state does not report the number of current patients in the hospital with COVID-19 or the number of individuals who have recovered from the disease after being discharged. Death data reporting is delayed according to the Department of Health dashboard, and that could take up to 2 weeks to report. And I tell you this every day when I report the numbers, you notice that they constantly change. So it's very difficult to give you a projection unless you redo the numbers all the time, because they're constantly rearranging the numbers for the days that they came in. As far as tourism here in the state of Florida, it fell 10.7% in the first quarter of 2020 from the same period a year earlier, and the estimates may be optimistic. The report estimates that 31.95 million people visited the state during the first 3 months of this year. That compares to 35.79 million visitors during the first quarter in 2019. Florida Publix and Home Depot locations will begin COVID-19 testing in their parking lots in a partnership with the state. Already 77 CVS pharmacies, 9 Wallgreens, and 9 Walmart locations have similar testing abilities set up according to the governor. The sites are expected to handle up to 100 tests per day. Here's some information from Florida Power and Light. The company plans to do a hurricane response dry run for more than 3,000 employees June 22nd through June the 26th. This hurricane season, however, features an additional hurdle with the existence of COVID-19. Storms require Florida Power and Light employees to arrive on site to help restore power to homes and neighborhoods. That can be difficult in an era of social distancing. The company says it will require workers to undergo daily health screenings before going on site to do restoration work. And Dr. Anthony Fauci says COVID-19's second wave is possible, but not inevitable. Speaking with an interview with CNN, the doctor said we don't have to accept the second wave of the infections as a sure thing, and we should do everything in our power to mitigate the risk of another large spike in new cases. Fauci says that the guidelines need to be followed, including self-isolation and contact tracing, in order for us to avoid new increases in these cases. Yesterday, I reported about a doctor in Italy who said that the strain of virus seemed to be almost non-existent, and it was kind of diminishing in its strength. Well, today I noticed a lot more articles debunking that and saying he didn't have a clue as to what he's talking about. It was reported in Reuters. That's why I reported it. Reuters is a pretty good service. And Reuters was also first to report that that may not be absolutely, totally true. So I'm kind of walking back what I said yesterday, but I only report the news. I don't write the news. All right, folks, so it's the second day of June. It's Tuesday, and here come the numbers, and I hope the numbers are good. Yesterday, they came through pretty early, around 11 o'clock, and therefore I was able to get them up fairly quickly. So here we go with the numbers. Have a great day. Okay, everyone, it's about 11:45. It's the second day of June, Tuesday. These are the numbers for the state of Florida. They arrived here about 11 o'clock today. So let's take a look at the total state of Florida. So far, they've tested 1,050,671. The new positive cases were 617. New hospitalizations for the entire state of Florida, 181. And new deaths reported for the entire state of Florida are 70. Now, to get a feel for this, the difference is just in these counties over here where my cursor is, Indian River, Dade, Broward, Palm Beach, Martin, St. Lucie, Brevard, and Orange County, the deaths are only 39. So 70 for the entire state, but 39 just in the area that we're reporting from. Same with the hospitalizations, 124 hospitalizations out of 181. We have 124 of them, but obviously the most number we have are in Dade County and in Palm Beach County. Same thing with the deaths, 20 in Dade County and 14 in Palm Beach County. So that's where the spikes really are. Well, let me continue again here and go over and take a look at Indian River County, Vero Beach, where we live. We've tested 6,036. Our new positives are 5, new hospitalizations 1, and new deaths. There are no new deaths reported in Indian River County. Now let's go take a look at Dade County. Dade County is the largest county in the state. They have 2,717,000 people. And based on that, they did 183,828 of testings. They had 85 new positives, 79 hospitalizations, and that's where those 20 deaths were in there as well. So that was a very big number for the deaths for the state of Florida for in the past 24 hours. In Broward County, that's Fort Lauderdale, 109,812 totally tested people. They tested an additional 761 in the past 24 hours. The new positives in Broward County, 52. The new hospitalizations are 7, and they reported 3 additional deaths in Broward County. Let's take a look now at Palm Beach County. Palm Beach County, they've tested 77,192. New positives, 84. New hospitalizations in Palm Beach County, 23, and that's where they had 14 people who have passed away as a result of COVID-19. That's the second largest number for the past 24 hours outside of Dade County. Now we'll take a look at Martin County. They've tested 8,564. New positives, 28. New hospitalizations, 1, and new deaths, 1 in Martin County. That's Stewart. St. Lucie County, that's Fort Pierce. They've tested 11,492. 19 new positives, 5 new hospitalizations, and 1 additional death in the past 24 hours. In Brevard County, 23,573 totally tested. New positives, 3 in the past 24 hours. 2 new hospitalizations, no deaths reported in Brevard County. And in Orange County, that's Orlando, 72,573 totally tested. New positives, 17 up there. New hospitalizations, 6. And no new deaths reported in Orange County. So let's go back and review these new positives. So we had 85 new positives in Dade County. We had 84 new positives in Palm Beach. Then the next largest number was 52 in Broward. So these 3 large counties accounted for a great number of positives, other than the fact that there were 19 in St. Lucie County and 17 in Orange County. Now we know about these positives. We've talked about them before. These are people that are testing positive. They could go home and self-quarantine. They may end up in the hospital. Hopefully they will not. And so this is just an idea of where we're going, but it the most important number over here are these numbers over here, the 39 deaths in our area that we are reporting in, or 70 deaths in the entire state of Florida. Let's go to take a look at the graph here. Okay, folks, let's compare Indian River County now to the state of Florida. So in Indian River County, we have 138 positives, and a total of 138 positives in Indian River County, and the entire state of Florida had 57,447 positives. So our number is 2.29% of positives versus total people tested, and in the state of Florida, their number is 5.47. So we are 3.18% ahead, and that's a good number. We're to the good, 3.18% based on the positives versus testings. And if we go over here and check the deaths, the number here is 0.17 for Vero Beach, and down here in all of Florida, it's 0.24. So we're 0.08% ahead in the total state. Not a great deal of difference there, but that's just important to see. Alrighty, folks, let's take a look at the global view here. In the United States, the total cases we have here so far is 1,812,125. And in the United States, our total deaths here is 105,192. Global cases, 6,306,746, and global deaths so far is 376,445. So that is the big picture here at this website, and this is generally fairly accurate. These numbers are changing constantly all day. The other numbers that I just gave you only come in at about 11 o'clock each day. So those are the numbers today for Tuesday, June the 2nd. Okay, folks, here are my thoughts for today, June 2nd, Tuesday, day 78. Hope you like those numbers. The best way to predict the future is to create it. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Who said that? Well, Honest Abe, Abraham Lincoln. I wonder if Abe was really as honest as everybody says he was. Because we found out recently that George Washington never chopped down the cherry tree. So hopefully Abe was as honest as everybody says he was. Okay, here's another one. Problems are not stop signs. They're guidelines. Problems are not stop signs. They're guidelines. Robert Schuller. Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. Winston Churchill, I use a lot of those. Okay, this one's a little bit deep, but I like it anyway. I ask not for a lighter burden, but for broader shoulders. I ask not for a lighter burden, but for broader shoulders. And that's a Jewish proverb. As I say every day, be a part of the solution and not part of the problem. Be a part of the solution and not part of a problem. You know what's going on today. All sorts of bad stuff's happening, protests everywhere, all kinds of, here, we're concerned with COVID-19. Come on, don't let this other stuff push us off the headlines here. We got to deal with COVID-19. That's life or death. And so we got to do what we have to do. Old guys like me, we stay home. And you folks that go out, do your social distancing and follow the lanes in the grocery store and go once a week instead of 5 times a week, that would be a really good thing. And I hope all of you have a really blessed and wonderful Wednesday. And don't forget, push the like button. Come on, guys. Don't push it twice, though, because if you push it twice, it'll cancel out the first time you pushed it. Have a really great and blessed Tuesday. See you tomorrow.